All right, welcome back. So, we are on the last stage before we beat the game. I don't really know what to expect, given that this is the actual, main portion of the game. What's going to happen once we reach the eye? Could be something different. To get there, we need 900 ore and Gatherer 2. So it strikes me that 900 ore is unlikely to come from one mine. So we're going to need multiple mines. In fact, we're going to need all the mines we can get. And preferably, we don't want to be spending any ore on buildings. So my main thought, let's go ahead and go to the map. My main thought was that we probably are going to want a portable mine because we're going to need to tap every ore resource on the map. Probably. Another thing that came to mind was that, in the last stage, we took a lot of damage to our buildings. And so some of those might need to be repaired and some of them might need to be rebuilt at some point. I mean, not immediately, but, as time goes on, we get more minor vagaries. Those buildings are going to get damaged again. And yeah, there's a lot to pay attention to here. So we've obviously got some sort of an aura over this way. We got some remains here. On the last map, we got kind of screwed. We're standing on a bog right now. So nowhere on the map right here is particularly good for us to settle in right now. Maybe, I think you can settle in forests, but maybe not jungles. I'm not sure. Let's see. Can't settle on this type of terrain. Okay, so we cannot settle here. So because we have an aura in this direction, I think I'm going to actually try and head up the other way. We've discovered more remains. So we should be able to settle here, but it's not the best place in the world. There's plenty of wood around, but there's not much in the way of pepkins. There's some fish, which is interesting, but I don't know if that's really what we need right now. And I don't see any sort of ore. But I really can't take too long here because we're going to run out of food. However, I could just hop up this way. I mean, this aura isn't something that concerns me a whole lot because obviously we have a shaman. Is that what they're called? A druid. So this is technically a plain. This is a hill. This is a forest, which costs 2 movement points. So what if I just settled over here? Well, we don't know that there's any pepkins there right now. This forest has pepkins. So if we settle, for instance, right here, we'd have access to the pepkins right there, the wood from the jungle over here, and these pepkins over here as well, although there's a hill in the way. So I think that might be what I'm looking at right now. And then we need to start harvesting stuff right away. I don't know if this is a very good spot, to be honest. We have 155 pepkins, so maybe we try over here. Fire vagary is about to occur. What if there's no ore on the map? What happens then? Now, I know I just started the episode and I don't want to get too bogged down in this stuff, but I do feel like we're at a distinct disadvantage right now. Just based on what I'm seeing. I think maybe we'll settle down right here. And then we'll have to just harvest the pepkins from right there. This is not ideal. This is already a pretty bad start. So who is our harvester? Let's have you start harvesting pepkins right away. And then you need to, first of all, set up the camp. Dispensary is not our top priority right now. Faza, you're quick, so you need to be our explorer, probably. Let's have you go up that way first. And then Neonaiku, you need to head over towards this aura over here, so we can get that solved as soon as possible. There's the aura. It is a protective aura on pepkins. Okay. So let's go ahead and soothe that. Not that it's relevant immediately, but it might be relevant soon. All right, now you come over this way. We are mostly looking for ore. We need ore. A building caught fire. We don't have any buildings right now, so unless it's our caravan, which I mean it isn't, that's absolutely fine. So straight up, I'm not seeing any ore. Once this person's done soothing, I will probably have them explore these remains. What's your like druid level right now? It's not enough to analyze sacred sites, unfortunately. Oh, well, sacred sites isn't even what we want right now. You'd have to be, yeah, you'd have to be over here to be able to analyze remains. That's fine. That's fine. Does everyone have a job right now? Yeah, you're moving. Make sure you're moving to the right place there. Okay, so here's some ore. That's the first ore that we found. Come over there. We're still constructing that camp, still harvesting pepkins. We're not harvesting them very fast, though, unfortunately. So I might actually not want to do these remains right now. Not sure. I think it's worth a shot. I mean, if it can be anything that is like gives us resources, preferably, I mean, food, obviously. Maybe I'll have you also harvest pepkins temporarily. These guys are not easy to get to. But, you know, we don't have a lot of options right now, so. So far, still only seen one ore. Neonaiku quickly determines that they're in the remains of some old stables. At the back of the barn, they find a large bag filled with animal feed, something to please the Rhinophila of the tribe. Okay. I mean, what does that mean, though? Like, do I actually get anything out of that, or is that just kind of... seems kind of pointless. Sacred site. Let's have them go explore the sacred site, and let's have them go explore a different remains. Seems reasonable to me. After making their way... all fish disappears from the hull. Okay, well, I'm just not going to read it. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, all fish disappears from the hull. That's not great. Let's go look at the other one. So it disappears from the halt. So like this, well, that's a golden fish. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because we're not using that as a source of food anyway. So what are you doing? I told you what to do. You're doing that. Okay, so we could pray and get 50 wood. And we really just don't have enough resources to do anything else. So, I mean, 50 wood's better than nothing. Oh, or we plunder 200 wool, but that's not going to be worthwhile, I'm sure. If anything, like that could help us build like temporary buildings, but I don't think it's terribly important. We could just leave it see if we ever get 200 meat, which we might. Mobile buildings don't take up space in the caravan. Hey, that's cool. Is that permanent? Or, I mean, we're one space away from just getting to the eye anyway, but, you know, that's cool, I guess. So all we have so far is 200 ore on the whole map. You know what? There is that thing that happened in like the very first tutorial, which is that you might need to build. You might need to build a market. All the indications and blueprints lining the building's walls mean nothing to Nihonaiku. Under a pile of debris in a room already wet with rising waters, Nihonaiku finds a device to bring back to the caravan. Nihonaiku later learns that it is a winch that will greatly help the tribe. Mobile buildings don't take up space in the caravan. Didn't we just do that? I feel like we already did that one. Okay. Nihonaiku. By the way, what's the Pepkin situation looking like? Not good, huh? Nihonaiku, I want you to harvest Pepkins. Yeah, that's fine. And then Ukinoin, you can finish returning your resources. And you're a cook and also a gatherer. So we have wood, so I think I can just start building stuff. Gatherer, let's try gathering some wood, maybe. Or, I mean, you're fast, which is good. Maybe I should have you harvesting some further away Pepkins, like these ones. Let me just check all these tiles around here to make sure I'm not missing anything. Someone's already harvesting these, I'm sure. Alright, I don't think I'm missing anything. I think this is the next closest one. Oh, really? This one, then? It's already exploited. And that one I just exploited. Is everyone... What's everyone doing right now? You're doing nothing. You're harvesting Pepkins from there. You're harvesting Pepkins from there. And you're returning resources. I don't really understand what's going on right now, to be honest. Continue. I guess they're moving through this dense jungle. And that's why they're not doing anything. Okay, you 100% need to get working on the cookhouse. We do have a little bit of meat left over, so that's good. We're definitely going to be building our hunting lodge over here, so let's build the cookhouse over this way. Seems like a good idea. And then you can... This is already being exploited. This is not, so that's good. It's going to take all four of us to even get to the point where we can start making rations again without starving. A friendly caravan has arrived. Where are they? They're over there. Let's wait for them to get a bit closer. Got architect level 2, which is awesome. Minus 50% to upgrade costs for this building. Okay. And then minus 2 turns to build a permanent building. Let's just go with that one. That sounds good to me. I mean, the mobile buildings, the problem with them is that they just cost different, like a wide variety of different types of resources. And so oftentimes they'll just require something that we don't have, like stone or wool or ore. I mean, all, you know, depending on what's going on at the moment. Okay, so you've finished that. Now you absolutely have got to build a hunting lodge right there. This is actually going to go pretty quick, which is good. Where'd that other caravan go? I'm not going to go over to them. I'm going to wait. If they come close to me, then I'll interact with them, but that only took one turn. Awesome. Okay. Then in that case, we can start assigning people. Gathering resources, gathering resources. We can start assigning people to do their stuff. Are you our cook? No, you're our gatherer. You are the cook. So unfortunately, I'm going to take you off of gathering pepkins. It's a little risky to try and just do this all at once, but you're a hunter, right? Well, gatherer. Hunter. Okay. You are going to hunt game. I don't know what the golden game is. Maybe it's just better types of game. It's possible that you need actual, like, specializations to be able to do that. Yeah, you do. We're very close to it, though. So that's a good thing. Okay, and then you have nothing to do right now. Why don't you go ahead and construct a... So food's no longer an issue. Okay, so we definitely are going to need a market right here. So we're going to need a rhinophilo for that. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tame a pack animal for us? Is that the only one on the map? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, go ahead and tame that rhinophilo for us, and we can start working on a market. We're going to need that to get ore, because we only have 200 on the map, as I said. The ground shakes for a few seconds. Permanent buildings seem to be particularly affected. It's not great. But all of our buildings are at max health right now, so it should be fine. And also, I think our level of builder means that all those buildings have more health than they otherwise would. Okay, so everyone is getting to work. We got food set up quickly, which is awesome. I love that. I was thinking about this menu over here. So we have 330 knowledge points right now, and with that, we can upgrade stuff either in the caravan or in the council. So we could do something like prediction or ritual. If people's come together, the next minor vagary is deleted. So we could do that. I think that's like a one-time thing, though. And we might just want to save it up so that we could do this later, right? Pupils learn the use of vaccine. It reduces the duration of illnesses caused by vagaries. Okay. A lot of this stuff seems like useful, but not for us right now. Reroll traits, which we don't really care about. This is not relevant right now. It might be, I mean, if we get to keep these people when we do a next cycle, it might be useful then to do some of this stuff. There's one over here that looked really useful. I forget what it was. This one's probably pretty useful. Yeah, I don't think we want any of that right now, but possibly later. All right, we're producing food, so that's awesome. Shake. All buildings lose 50 HP. So that's not amazing, but they're all still above 50% health, so that's fine. We just don't want too many more of those types of vagaries right now. Okay, this guy's not feeling good again. Let's go ahead and soothe. Okay, now we have the pack animals, so we can construct a market. But we are out of wood, actually, so... Should I... Well, it's a moot point. I was going to say, should I construct a sawmill first, but I don't have enough wood to construct a sawmill, so I need to go just harvest wood right now. Alright, everybody's working. Oh, I'm waiting on wood so that I can make more food. That's a big deal. Yeah, why don't you go help with the wood situation? We might take... Well, we're not going to take any damage because we have 100 pepkins. But that was cutting it a little close. So we need wood. We're making wood. A flood will happen soon, and that means that for several days the water level is rising significantly. Buildings next to a lake lose 70 HP. We don't have any of those, I don't believe. No, we're good. We can continue passing turn. We are quickly gathering research points, so we should probably spend those at some point. But like I said, a lot of it doesn't seem immediately useful. In fact, we might just save it so that we can spend 300 to disable minor vagaries later. Okay, let's go click on Ukinoin. Get you to build us a market. There's only one valid tile, so I guess that's what we're doing. You are going to take a turn or two to construct that. I think having Neonaiku collecting wood is fine. Engineer level 2. So mobile buildings. Let's do minus 50% to repair costs. I think that's what we're mainly concerned about right now. So that means you've finished with that, right? Yeah. Let's see what we can do at the market. So we want as much ore as possible. We can offer stone, seems like a pretty good trade. 5 stone for 1 ore. I don't know if we have that much stone, but we can try it. What else do we have a good market value for? Spices, possibly? Given that we have a shaman. In fact, we have like an abundance of spices right now anyway, but getting 900 ore this way seems a little unreasonable. I feel like this is more useful for, you know, getting do we have a lot of stone on the map? There's some stone here. There's some stone there. If I constructed a quarry right there, that would be good. There's some stone over here. Yeah, so there's lots of stone on the map. The problem is we're getting 5 to 1, so in order to get 900 ore, we would need 900 times 5, which is, what, 4,500 stone? So I think that's just not feasible. I mean, it could get us part of the way there, but it's not going to get us very far. There's got to be more ore here somewhere. I'm just going to take a second and look for ore. Like maybe it's covered by trees or something. But I'm just not seeing any ore except for that one tile. I mean, I guess like worst comes to worst, we could trade wood for ore. But I feel like we're going to run out of food / the flood is going to come before we can get enough wood to trade it at, like, what was it, 20 to 1? If I wanted to trade wood for stone, yeah, it's 20 to 1, which is just a ridiculous amount of wood. Stone really seems like it's our best bet if we were going to trade. No resources on bogs. Dang, I was really hoping that we could... I mean, there's still 2 tiles we haven't explored. Maybe there's some ore on some of those. But it really seems like it's just not possible to win right now. Which is a real shame. So Uki 9 has nothing to do. Okay. I guess the best bet that we have is to build a quarry. I think that's like all we can really do right now. I need 100 wood, so a quarry, and then obviously we're going to want to mine to take advantage of this, just so that we don't have to trade for all 900 of the ore. So I guess for now, just harvest wood. Oh man, I'm over time. All right, I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna see what we can do here, but for right now, I'm gonna give it 10 seconds for the end slate. Please like the video and comment, subscribe, watch the next video, and I'll see you next time.